Welcome to today's episode on the Living Wisdom YouTube channel. Today we want to speak about the missing element in education. We'll be going into the three main aspects that we need to address in terms of revitalizing and strengthening our educational system. Education, the word education actually means to draw out, educare, to draw out from within. That means we want to draw out the knowledge from within the student. And what are the aspects, the three aspects of knowledge? The three aspects of knowledge are the knower, the process of knowing, and the known. Modern education focuses mainly on the object of knowledge, and sometimes on the process of gaining knowledge. But the knowledge of the knower, the knowledge of the self, is not addressed in modern education. And this is a fundamental lack, and this is the missing element in education: knowledge of the knower, knowledge of the self. Modern education focuses on filling the mind with more and more information. And what we need to change is we need to actually expand the container of knowledge. So the ability to expand the conscious capacity of the mind is what's needed in today's educational system. Because unless we expand the conscious capacity of the mind, we won't be able to gain enough knowledge to enable us to live life free from problems. What is so needed in today's education is to actually enliven consciousness. Consciousness is the very basis of knowledge. Without consciousness, we would not be aware of anything. We would not be aware of where we are, what we're doing, and what plans we're making in the future. Consciousness, the ability to be conscious, to be wide awake inside, the inner alertness of the mind is the very basis of knowledge. And unless we expand the conscious capacity of the mind, we won't be able to gain enough knowledge. And just filling the mind with information will not lead to a satisfactory conclusion. As we can readily see in today's world, we have so much information, but we don't have enough knowledge of who we really are, and we don't have enough awareness of consciousness, that inner alertness, that inner awareness of the mind, which is the very fundamental basis of knowledge and the basis of the ability to be fully educated. Modern education does not have the ability to eliminate mistakes or violations of natural law in the daily life of the student. Even with a PhD, one doesn't have the ability to live life free from problems. And even with a PhD, one may still violate the laws of nature. One may still create problems and mistakes in one's life and in the life of society as a whole. What is so needed in today's educational system is to structure the ability in the awareness of the student to live life in accordance with natural law. And the way to do this is to enable the student, to educate the student to experience the state of pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is a state in which consciousness is fully aligned with the total potential of natural law. And by experiencing the state of pure consciousness on a regular basis, at least 20 minutes twice a day, one gains the ability to live life more and more in harmony with the laws of nature. And when one is living in harmony with natural law, one does not create the ground for problems, mistakes, and suffering in life. Modern education is mostly based on directing the attention outwards toward the objects of knowledge, or the objects that we're focusing on in our pursuit of knowledge. But there's another fundamental aspect of education which is missing, and that's the ability of the student to expand the awareness to unboundedness, so that the individual can know and accomplish much more in daily life. Usually the attention is based on the limited ability of the student to turn the attention outwards toward the objects of attention. But when we turn the attention inwards and expand the awareness to unboundedness, then the individual can learn and address and accomplish so much more in daily life. So the three aspects which are so important and which are missing in today's educational system are: 1, expanding the conscious capacity of the mind; 2, structuring the ability to live life in harmony with natural law; and 3, turning the attention inwards and expanding the awareness to unboundedness, to that state of inner freedom from all limitations, so that one can know and accomplish and achieve so much more in one's daily life. So these are the missing elements of modern education which need to be addressed so that we can solve the problems facing humanity today. Thank you so much for tuning into this podcast. And if you would like to learn more, just subscribe to the podcast and list your comments or questions below. We'd love to have you join all our future episodes. And thank you so much for coming.